Please do not tell me that Xander's not here yet.
Emily, Xander's not here yet, but look at me. Am I worried? No, I'm not worried, nor should you be. Roy is going to find Xander. He's going to bring him here. He's probably on his way right now.
What if we're too late?
Emily.
No, listen. I know that you and Sonny have told me like a million times that Sorrel will never do anything to Xander, but Alexis...
And we don't think that he would.
How can you be sure?
I don't like surprises, Alexis. I like them even less when they're sprung on me right before the start of a trial.
Okay, I will keep that in mind.
You know what else I don't like? Non-disclosure of material facts.
I think there's an accusation in there somewhere. I'm just not sure who it's directed at.
Sorrel's attorney just informed me that Xander is gone. So you tell me, where exactly is your client?
Yeah.
Well, I just sent the car over to take Xander to the trial. How was he?
Not good.
Make sure he understands I want Sorrel out of the picture permanently. No, but listen, I don't... As long as he convinces the jury that Sorrel was behind the cop killing, everything's fine with me. Just make that clear to him.
Sonny?
Hey, you know what? I'm just out the door. I don't have time right now. I got to go to the court. It starts in a little while.
Yeah, this won't take long.
Yeah, but you know what? Not now, Roy.
Actually, now is good. Now is good. I guarantee you're going to want to hear this.
You let Sorrel's attorney get to you that way. Of course he's going to tell you something like Xander's gone. He's trying to get to you, distract you. It's the oldest trick in the book.
Well, apparently we didn't read the same book. And I'm not about to take advice from an attorney who can't even be bothered to keep up with their client.
I think it's a good idea to keep this professional.
My office has spent way too much time, effort, and money getting Sorrel to this point to have our case kicked because you can't manage a little responsibility.
Now, who's handing out gratuitous advice?
I will hold you responsible, Alexis. So when Sorrel gets off and Xander is a no-show, it'll be on you, okay?
Emily, ignore her.
It's not her I'm worried about. What if something really horrible has happened?
Nothing horrible
How do you know?
has
Look,
happened.
I keep telling myself that I will know if something bad happened to him, that I'll feel it. What if I'm wrong? What if I don't know? I need him in my life,
Emily,
Alexis. You don't...
Emily, listen to me. Xander's fine. Roy's going to bring him back. When he shows up with Xander, he'll be safe, he'll be unharmed, and Xander will tell you exactly what happened, give you the whole story.
Thanks. I can't blame you for wanting to get down to court. Bet you can't wait to stick it to Sorrel after all these months, all this waiting. Finally get a chance to put that guy down for good. And it's all on Xander Smith. Who'd have thought, huh?
Hanging this on Xander's testimony is not my first choice. But I'm optimistic.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Wish I had your faith. You sound genuinely confident that he's going to show, even though he's been missing, that he's going to do the right thing.
Sometimes things work out.
Sometimes, but usually not by themselves.
Some things are out of your hands, Roy. All you can do is be prepared, anticipate, make sure you leave as little as possible to chance. Right.
You're the master of that, all right.
You know what, Roy? I'll accept your compliments a little later. Right now, I got a car waiting, so...
You can't possibly be worried the show's going to start without you, man.
Right.
You got the star witness stashed away in a house on State Street. Yeah, which is where you've been keeping Xander all along, isn't it?
Emily, you know, I'm thinking that it's not a good idea for you to be here.
Alexis, where else am I going to go? I'm going to think about it no matter what. It doesn't matter.
I think this might be too much for you to take.
Oh, God. You don't think he's going to show up either, do you?
Still no Xander? It's a shame.
Pride goeth before a fall, Mr. Sorrell.
Oh, I owe it all to you, counselor.
In fact, don't look now. Gotcha.
What does that mean? What he just said about
Nothing.
Xander? What did that mean?
He's
Alexis.
just blowing smoke, Emily.
Alexis, what if he has him dead right now? What
He
if he's had him
doesn't.
killed?
Emily, he doesn't have him. He's nervous. He's bluffing. He does not have Xander.
How do you know that for sure?
Because he doesn't. Roy has him.
Of course I know you're good, Roy. I should have realized you would have no problem tracking down Xander Smith.
So why did you tell me you didn't know where he was?
Self-preservation. Nothing personal.
I take it personal, Sonny. I think I deserve honesty from you.
Oh, don't make this about trust. Trust isn't the issue here. I'm trying to avoid unnecessary complications.
What does that mean, man? You got Alexis, your own attorney, across the hall here, right across the hall. She's freaking out that this kid has been snatched by Sorrell, for God's sake.
Alexis has this thing for Xander, this emotional attachment. Why do you think she hired you to find him in the first place?
She didn't hire me. She asked for my help. And I'm missing your point.
She's better off not knowing I have him. Legally, she's obligated to inform the DA. I don't want to put her in an awkward position.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Not to mention the position it puts you in.
Like I said, self-preservation, and I think you might understand that after all we've been through. I think it goes without saying you're going to keep this to yourself. Roy?
Yeah.
We both want the same thing, don't we?
You know, Sonny, I'd like to think that. I don't know. I would not have gone behind her back and kidnapped this boy without telling her, you know? So maybe if we want the same things, maybe we're different how we go about
Semantics! Roy, we're both practical men. We make decisions based on what makes sense at the time. What we need, what's appropriate.
Those are two different things. What we need is for Sorrell to go down and Xander to walk away. What's appropriate is for people who work together to tell each other the truth. That's the way this was supposed to play.
You finished? Because now, you're gonna have to listen. You keep your mouth shut. Everybody wins. You, me, everybody. So what are you gonna do, Roy? You gonna cooperate? Yes or no?
Sonny's here. Xander's not with him, Alexis.
Hey, Sorrell. Big day.
Yeah, for one of us. Xander Smith's nowhere to be found. The state doesn't have a case. I'm about to be a free man. What's that they say? He who laughs last.
He who laughs last usually doesn't get the joke.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. The Supreme Court of the State of New York in and for Erie County, the city of Port Charles is now in session. The Honorable William T. Franklin presiding. All rise. Case number 0186334, the State of New York versus Joseph Sorrell. Be seated.
Bailiff, bring in the jury. These proceedings have engendered wide-ranging publicity and speculation. I am displeased, to say the least. I say this to you all, and I want no mistake about it. The sideshow ends here and now. I will not hesitate to use the sanctions available to me. Understood? Very well. Opening remarks, Ms. Jensen?
Your Honor, a matter for the court before we get underway.
Problem, Madam Prosecutor?
At this time, the people would request a continuance.
Am I to understand you've chosen this late hour to tell me you're not ready to proceed, Counselor?
There's been a slight complication, Judge, with one of the state's witnesses, Xander Smith.
Explain yourself, Ms. Jensen.
Yes, Your Honor. But perhaps Your Honor's attention would be better focused on Ms. Davis, who... Smith?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. Nothing more from the state for this witness, Your Honor.
Your witness, Mr. Webster.
Thank you, Your Honor. Morning, Mr. Smith. And congratulations, by the way. Very solid performance. Almost practiced, I'd say.
Excuse me?
Relax, Mr. Smith. It was a compliment.
Well, it wasn't a performance. I was telling the truth. How hard can that be?
For most of us, not hard. But it must be quite a novelty for you. After all, you are a known drug distributor and kidnapper. Oh, and a fugitive. Am I leaving anything out? Quite a resume you're compiling.
It's okay. He's doing fine. Don't lose faith.
I'm waiting, Mr. Smith. So are the jurors. Let me put it this way. How long before you realized the man you had killed was an undercover police officer?
Hey, I didn't kill anybody.
Objection, Your Honor. There's been no legal determination that this witness killed anyone. He's not even on trial here.
I'll withdraw the question, Your Honor. Let's move on, Mr. Smith. There's so much more to cover. Save us all some time, Mr. Smith. More to the point, save yourself. Admit it. This was all about you.
No, it wasn't.
This was about you not getting caught.
No, this has nothing to do with me. You don't understand what this has to do with.
But I do understand. We all understand. When you thought you were about to be captured, you got desperate. You kidnapped an innocent young girl and took her as a hostage. Isn't that true? In fact, you're nothing more than an opportunist, aren't you?
Objection, badgering the witness.
Proceed with caution, Mr. Webster.
That's the real motive of your testimony here today. The fact that you might escape punishment for what you've done.
Objection, Your Honor.
What has the prosecution promised you?
Your Honor, please.
I will have order here right now. Objection overruled. Mr. Smith, answer the question. Mr. Smith, I'm directing you to answer the question. Your motive today for your testimony.
I've done a lot of things I regret, Mr. Webster. And I've hurt a lot of people. A lot of good people in the process. That's what I'm doing here today. Trying to make up for that. And for all the bad things that I've done. By coming here and telling the truth. Which is exactly what I have done. So no, Mr. Webster. This has nothing to do with punishment or promises. Except my promise to those that I care about. So you can ask me 1,000 times. My testimony will be the same.
The defense has nothing further at this time, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Smith, you may step down.
What the hell just happened up there?
Not nearly enough.
Say.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're through for today. This court is now in recess. We will reconvene tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Thank you for finding him. I owe you big time.
Hey, you did good.
Thanks. There was a minute there while a few of them, I didn't think I was going to make it through it. You never know what's going to help you through. Hey. Oh, you did. The fact that you believed in me, I owe this to you. Thank you.
I'm proud of you, Xander. And I can't guarantee what's going to happen next, but you've gotten this far, so we will just take it one step at a time, okay?
I won't forget this.
Congratulations.
You too.
Tomorrow, hopefully, it'll be over with. You won't have to think about Sorrel anymore. You can get on with the rest of your life. And if you really, really want to, you could actually be happy for a minute.
I'm ecstatic. What, you can't tell?
Come here. This is the guy. This is the guy that found Xander. Where did you find him? Anyway,